Hello, my name is Daniela Nava, and I will teach you how to read sheet music. Well, first of all, you need to know which are the fundamental notes. They are Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, and Si. There are many other ways to write and call these fundamental notes, but one of the most common is the musical cryptogram. In this way, they replace the music notes with letters. Do with a C, Re, D, Mi, I, Fa, F, Sol, G, La, A, and Si with a B. Now that you know the fundamental notes, I will show you how do a sheet music look like. This is an example of a sheet music from a song named Yesterday. The Stafford's tape is an essential part of a sheet music, which has 5 lines with spaces between them. To find the notes on a sheet music, you just need to look at the lines and spaces on the tape. Depending on which line or space your figure is the note you are going to play or sing. For example, there's where you are going to find La, and there is Si. You know where to find the notes, but there's another important thing you need to know: the musical figures. They tell you how long the note is going to last. These are some of the most common. The whole note, it lasts 4 times. The half note are 2 times. The quarter, 1 time, and the eighth, a half of a time. When you put together 2 eighth notes, the way you write it changes, but they are still 2 separated notes. And then they are the silence, a very important part of music. This is a whole rest, a silence of 4 times. Half rest, silence of 2 times. Quarter rest, 1 time. Eighth rest, a half of a time. And this is the figure you use when the silence you need to do is too long. So you put that line, and on the top, you put the times of silence you need to do. These are some exercises to learn how to read and interpret the figures. Let's do one. This will be something like da 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 da. The musical figures are the rhythm, the time a note is going to last, and the notes tell you the melody the music is going to have. These are some exercises of all of these together. This one, it will be well, they are the fundamental notes, but also there are other musical notes. To know these notes, first you need to know what are the accidental. There are 3: sharp, flat, and natural. The sharp is represented with this symbol, and it's a half of a tone up. The flat is represented with this symbol, and it's a half of a tone down. The natural is represented with this symbol, and it is to return the note to its original form. To understand this in a better way, you can use a piano. On a piano, the black keys are the notes we call sharp or flat. That will be a tone, and that a half of a tone. When you pass from a note to another note with a note between them, that makes a tone. And when you just pass from a note to another, that makes a half of a tone. This is Re flat, Mi flat, Sol flat, La flat, and Si flat. And this is Do sharp, Re sharp, Fa sharp, Sol sharp, and La sharp. To write the flat, sharp, or natural symbol on a sheet music, you just need to put it on the left side of the note. Time signature. This is divided in two parts, two numbers, one above and the other below. The above one means the number of beats or times per measure, and the one below, it determines the type of note that gets the beat. The measure is an important part of the stave. It is used to separate the groups of notes the time signature tells you are going to use. This is a measure, and for example, if the time signature is 4/4, you are just going to put 4 times of musical figures, for example, a whole note or 2 half notes or 4 quarters, between many other examples. After that, you put the bar line to separate a measure from other, and you continue writing. Case. They are at the beginning of a stave and they tell you where are the notes. For example, the most common is the sol K, and it always starts on the second line, and there is the note sol. When we use the fa K, the note fa is here, in a different place than with the sol K, and with the do K, the do is here. Those were some of the basics to read sheet music. There are a lot of more things you can learn, but this is all by my part. Thank you for your attention.